Their Tuesday, March 14th meeting, the Ventura County Board of Supervisors will be considering whether or not to repeal the Ventura County Campaign Finance Reform Ordinance. The ordinance was originally adopted in 2003 and enacted local campaign rules for county political candidates to follow. One main component was a restriction on the amount of money that could be raised and spent by candidates. For example, if a candidate for county supervisor voluntarily accepted a spending limit of $250,000 in a general election, then each of their individual campaign donors would be limited to a maximum of $750. If a supervisor candidate chose not to accept the spending limit, they could spend as much as they'd like on the race, but would also be limited to a lower maximum of $375 per donor. With these limits in place, it has made it much more difficult for extremely wealthy individuals or corporate special interests to simply inject thousands of dollars directly into a candidate's own campaign and potentially influence local county elections. As part of the ordinance, every odd-numbered year, the county clerk may adjust the spending limit for inflation. So what does this all mean? On March 14th, if a majority of the board, at least 3 out of the 5, votes no on this agenda item, then the local campaign finance rules will remain in place. If a majority votes yes, then the local campaign finance reform ordinance will move forward in being repealed. Looking at the earlier example, the amount a supervisor candidate can accept from any one person will increase from a maximum of $750 to a maximum of $5,500. This is approximately a 633% increase in the contribution limit. The spending limit would be completely removed, and candidates would have no limitation on the amount they can spend on a single political campaign. For a little bit more context, looking at public campaign finance records from the last election, the most recently elected supervisors were able to raise a combined $575,000 in their successful 2022 campaigns. That was all done with the current local restrictions in place. So how much of a role do you think money should play in local politics? If you'd like to share your thoughts on the item, you can email clerkoftheboard@ventura.org and consider sharing your city of residence in your comment so that your county supervisor will know the feelings of their constituents on this item. You can also comment in person or via Zoom on Tuesday, March 14th, and the item is scheduled for 10:30 a.m.